Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Brad and I'm part of probably the greatest generation, that is Gen X.
And I'm Rachel, and I'm pretty sure I'm part of the greatest generation as a millennial.
Whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining into our new bi-weekly podcast of That's Okay.
This is a podcast where we'll discuss a variety of topics from two different generational points of view.
That's right. We'll discuss anything that piques our interest, from music, technology. Today we're going to discuss a little bit of paranormal since Halloween is here upon us. And you know what? We're not always going to agree on everything, but we can always agree to disagree.
And that's okay.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. We are going to discuss paranormal.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I'm ready to hear some paranormal stories. You know why? Because I don't really have any. I'm not even sure it exists. I'm not sure that ghosts really exist. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe she can change my mind. Maybe not. But we're going to talk about the fun of Halloween. Maybe the difference in how you grew up with Halloween versus how I grew up with Halloween.
Okay.
We're going to get to a little bit more candy, some that we had promised you. Something like the Abba Zaba and Zag Nuts and those sorts of things.
Baby bottle pops.
Baby bottle pops. And so sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's do this. Hey everybody, welcome back. So Halloween, as you can tell, we are ready for Halloween.
I'm a donut, y'all.
She's a donut.
I got sprinkles all over.
She got sprinkles in her hair.
Donut earrings. It's
on
a
her
thing.
face.
I'm a
Pretty
donut,
much
y'all.
just like when she eats an actual donut. That's
Yeah, I'm a
It's
mess.
just all over the place. I am Jimmy Dugan, of course, from my favorite movie, Coach of the Rockford Peaches. Mm-hmm. And we are going to talk a little bit about this whole Halloween deal. And I mean, this is going to be a weird year for Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, this whole COVID, Corona, whatever it is, virus, I'll be interested to see how this plays out. Do you think people are still going to get out and take their kids trick-or-treating?
100%. I'm totally going I'm totally taking kids trick-or-treating. I'm not trick-or-treating.
Taking kids
But I mean,
trick-or-treating.
of course, because I guess the only thing is, instead of going up to people and getting candy, it would be like a bucket and it's a take one type of situation. Instead of going to somebody. But kids are already wearing masks anyway. Just incorporate it into your costume.
They can all be surgeons. There's going to be a lot of little surgeons running around.
But I have a mask that's like candy and donuts, and it works. It incorporates.
Okay.
So, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I think it would be fun too. I think maybe some of this is a little over politicized, but I think
if any holiday is going to be okay, I think this one is. It's because, people already wear masks anyhow. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then it's just, there's all sorts of accommodations you can do to make it
That's
better.
right.
Yeah,
so
it'll be great.
When I was growing up, we had our Halloween. You went out and you went house to house and everybody participated. It was amazing. And I mean, you would come back with a bag literally full of candy.
Like a pillowcase?
Yeah, pretty much. And we had, great costumes. We had those great masks that were little plastic front with a rubber band that was stapled into the side that never lasted.
No.
That rubber band thing came out of that. And then you would staple it back in until you have like 15 staples on one side of your mask. You couldn't breathe out of it because the nose holes are way too small.
Of course not.
And it cut into your face because it was pulled so tight. But they were awesome.
Sounds great.
It was wonderful.
It sounds worth it for a bag full of candy.
It was. I mean, you do anything for a bag full of candy. So
I mean, a lot of people do anything for a York peppermint patty. Apparently,
that's what they say. That's what they say. But so that's kind of like Halloween was when I was growing up, and we'd go out. And I mean, your parents took you till you were a certain age, and then you got to go out on your own, which was much more fun and mischievous. And you went out with your friends or your buddies and whatever. Mm-hmm. But then things, as I got older, probably in more your age, they came all these trunk or treats,
yeah,
and stuff like that, and So I never really experienced any of that. So so what was it? Was that kind of what yours was like?
Kind of mixed. I mean, we did some, traditional trick or treating, but most of the memories I have in Halloween are like the church festivals that they have.
Right.
And, those are fun because you could go to the classrooms or trunks or whatever it was and play games and get candy and have a good old time. So, I mean, yeah, that most of that experience I have is in churches doing that. There's some cute pictures out there of all the costumes, but
I'm sure there is. What was your favorite costume?
When I was younger, my favorite costume was probably Pocahontas. I was Pocahontas or Jasmine, because they're, Disney princesses. Those are always really fun. Those are my biggest memories. There is a really cute picture of me as a baby as baby Kermit or whatever it was, and I had it was so cute, y'all.
From the Muppet Babies?
Yes, it was a really cute picture. But yeah, Pocahontas or Jasmine, those are probably the most notable costumes that I liked when I was a kid.
I started to ask you how old you were when you finally stopped wearing costumes. But
I still wear costumes,
looking
y'all.
Looking at the fact you're a donut today. And
I mean, come on.
So.
Hey, and you know what? I didn't really have to buy a lot for this costume. I made a shirt, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I already had.
That's awesome.
So, what does that say about me?
You're very crafty.
And bright colors. I got a hot pink skirt on. So
Me too.
Yeah. It's beautiful. But, you look great.
I know. So.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, man.
Costume-wise.
Well, we had the cheap masks that we'd wear, the little outfits. Of course, everybody in my era was a hobo at least once.
Okay.
It's the cheap one. You just tear off your clothes and get a stick and a sack and you walk around, put some dirt on your face. It was good stuff. Yeah, I was a hobo.
Fun.
Okay. Glorifying the hobos. And then, but this would have been junior high.
Okay.
Where they had a costume type of contest, man.
Oh, costume contest. Fun.
I don't know. Maybe it was just wear your costume to school for Halloween. I don't know what it was.
I felt like I was winning.
I won. Oh. I absolutely won junior high costume contest because this would have been about 1984.
Okay.
And that Ghostbusters had just come out. And you know what? Okay. I wanted to be a Ghostbuster more than anything in the world.
Who doesn't?
Coolest movie I think I'd ever seen up to that point, with exception of maybe Star Wars. And so I took all these boxes and I made my very own, proton pack. Okay. And got the wrapping paper rolls and customized one out with a box wrap. Made my own neutrino wand to match with the proton pack, and I had it on a backpack. And then I had my gray. It was a jacket that was very popular in the 80s called Members Only. And so I had my gray Members Only jacket, and I had a custom Ghostbuster patch, and my grandmother sewed it on. Oh. And I back then we used to have cassette players, and you could they were just like a cassette, and you pop it in there and you hit play and you could record whatever. And I had the Ghostbusters song recorded, and I had it in the
oh my gosh
proton pack. So in between classes, I would crank it up and play Ghostbusters while I was going through the hall. Everybody loved it.
Coolest kid in school here, y'all.
For one day.
Just for one day. And then I just blended in with
that Ghostbusters costume was magical.
Yeah. It sounds like you're pretty crafty, too. Or you at least were in junior high.
It's just poor. Just broke.
We just had to make things work.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
You work with what you got, right?
Right.
And then in high school, we did have a costume contest. And they used to make these masks that you would get and you would paint them yourself, and you had to they were very detailed. They were called the Face, and they had a few different ones, but they were they were almost like movie cinema quality stuff. Like you would go to a actual costume store to have to buy something like this, and I got one. It was a skeleton kind of thing, so I went as Grim Reaper, and I'd painted this thing. I mean, it was all, and it was the, what do you call that stuff that they wear, you know, on you? It's that the rubber type material or whatever. You know, it wasn't like plastic. It was like that rubber that has to be glued onto your face and all that sort of stuff. And it was creepy. Gosh, it was creepy. And I had the full robe with the hood, and I had the scythe, you know, which is the scythe is so that big scary knife thing. And it was, I mean, I literally, people would turn and run.
I believe it.
They'd meet me coming around a corner, and they'd stop and they'd just leave. It was amazing, but I lost.
It was great because people ran away from me, and I
like that. The more people I can get away from me, the better. I lost though.
You lost?
Yeah, I was runner up.
Who won?
A pregnant nun. The pregnant nun won.
This was at your high school?
This is in high school.
This is some real classy place up in here.
So that costume
that won.
That won. Oh, the costumes. That costume probably wouldn't fly these days.
No,
somebody would be triggered.
Oh my gosh, it's so inappropriate, y'all.
This is awesome.
If for school, for regular life, you know.
Yeah, whatever. But
my goodness.
Yeah, man, I wish I still had that face mask. It was.
Yeah, that sounds so scary. That sounds so scary.
It was.
That makes me think of that video where the guy put a Grim Reaper thing on a drone and started chasing people in parks. Yeah, hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Was it McCabe or something like that?
Tom Mabe.
Tom Mabe.
Yeah.
Mabe. Yeah, hilarious. I love it.
That was funny.
If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's really funny.
Maybe we'll find it, put a link in the description.
There you go.
So... Yeah, so that was candy. That was our Halloween, and we got a bunch of candy. You know, we also had, my generation also had the watch out for razor blades in your apples and candy and all that sort of stuff. You know, so when you got home, you had to let your parents check all your candy, make sure there weren't any razor blades or glass shards.
You had to have a wand and just...
Yeah. I think that's all been debunked at this point. That happened. So I believe there's a documentary. I know there's a documentary on this because I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Yeah.
Or at least I saw parts of it. And it comes from a guy out of Houston or whatever was tainting the candy or poisoning or whatever. And anyway, and you know how, that game Telephone where you tell one person, they tell the next person. By the time it gets to the end, it's just all blown out.
It's across the whole country.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's tainted.
So I think that's how that came to be. But I remember, man, that was the 70s, early 80s, and
I remember hearing about it, but I don't know if it was a scare.
Finding needles.
That's why you went to the church ones, and
yeah. Hopefully, you didn't have to worry about that. Yeah. And now,
apples. They give you apples.
Yeah.
I was never given fruit.
Well, a lot of stuff that we got as kids were handmade. Like the popcorn balls. They'd make popcorn balls and do stuff like that. If you hit one of those horrible houses, you got like a cucumber or something. You're like, what the hell? It's a pack of pickles. I don't know, whatever.
Hey.
Ketchup packets, whatever.
Whatever's in the junk drawer. Leftover sauces. What we got.
It's fine. It's fine. That Taco Bell mild sauce was like gold. It was delicious. So, it's funny because I'll see stuff on the internet now where they're talking about, hey, make sure you check your kids' candy because people may be giving them the edibles. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of person is doing that?
What idiot's going to give those away? That is not going to happen. We all know that's the dumbest thing anybody's ever said.
You're spending money for those. We're just give them away.
Nobody's giving that away. Don't worry about that. No. So yeah, that was Halloween in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay. Good times.
Yeah. Still good times. You're in costume.
Here I am in a costume. Hey, so I noticed on our last video, we talked about a couple things that we didn't get to in the candy.
I know.
Absolutely noticed that I said we were going to tell you what an Abba Zaba was.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know. We didn't get there, and this is an Abba Zaba. So
definitely hyped up this candy.
And we hyped up this
that didn't happen.
Baby bottle pop thing too. I didn't try that.
I hope this meets your expectations.
But one of the other ones I've always seen, I always thought, well, what the heck is that? Is a Zagnut. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what a Zagnut is. Mm-hmm. I want to say for some reason, I see this, I think of the movie Beetlejuice.
What?
I don't know why.
I don't remember.
Somebody, Beetlejuice experts that are out there, Ryan, if you're watching this, I know you're a Beetlejuice expert. Was this in the movie Beetlejuice, a Zagnut, something like this? I don't know. You tell us.
It doesn't sound familiar. All I remember food-wise is the lobster tail, or shrimp
from
or
the dinner
whatever
party.
it is. Yeah, and it just like gets their face.
That was a great movie, by the way.
I love that movie. Man.
Yeah. That movie is part of the reason that Michael Keaton got the starring role as Batman in 1989.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he played this just wildly crazy character in Beetlejuice, but he had also played all these very...
It just showcased his ability.
Yeah, it's like... And you think about Batman as a character that is, this, billionaire
Stoic.
Bruce Wayne, very, proper and just... But he's a little crazy because he's going out fighting crime and his parents were killed and all that sort of stuff. So that's one of the reasons Michael Keaton was cast.
Interesting.
Because he had showed both sides. So, all right. Cool. So let's
break into these.
Let's
bad
do
boys.
one. Let's do the Abba Zaba as promised.
Okay.
It says chewy. Well, it looks like chewy taffy.
Yeah, taffy.
But I don't like that it says mystery flavor. Was there a specific flavor? I mean, is this going to be...
I don't know. It makes me think of those mystery flavor Airheads.
Is this like arugula flavor?
Ugh. Kale.
Kale Abba Zaba? Because that's going to get a 0 on my chart.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Open it up.
Let's see what it looks like.
It's got a cool package.
It's white.
I dig it.
It's mayonnaise.
Yeah, of course it's what. Don't say that. I hate
flavors.
mayonnaise. It just looks like a white Airhead.
That would be the worst. What are you talking about, an Airhead?
You don't know what an Airhead is?
Isn't an Airhead like a Jawbreaker type thing?
No. They're like taffy things like this, right? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I've never had an Airhead.
I think you're thinking Warhead.
Oh, Warhead.
Which we have some.
That's right.
No, Airheads are those like little taffy type things.
Got it.
They have flavors, and then they have a white one that's a mystery flavor.
I worry about the fact that when I took this out, it was kind of straight. Now it's becoming kind of limp.
It's taffy. It's taffy.
No, it's a little flaccid.
I mean, I'm sure it's still great. I'm sure it's still great. How are we going to eat this?
Look, in the light, you can see like this vein running right through the center. What is that? Why does it smell awful?
What does it smell like?
Oh, it smells bad. It smells like
fruit.
Bad fruit. Maybe fermented fruit.
Like mango. It smells like mango.
Maybe that's it. It smells like the apple tree we used to have in our backyard, but we never picked the apples. And so all the apples would fall
on the ground.
onto the ground and just deteriorate and ferment. That's what it smells like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely.
Exciting.
I'm just going to pull a little piece of this off and then...
A little bit. That's huge. It's taffy. Okay.
I want to know what's in it before I get too crazy.
Oh, it's really soft.
That's taffy. Well, it was flaccid, I told you.
I'm telling you. Isn't that good?
No. Nope.
We don't have a trash can today.
Damn it. But I want to know what this little vein of stuff is in here.
That's just the packaging.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
So it all tastes terrible?
I think that's just, because it lays right here on the seam of the package. I bet that's just how they make it. Oh. I wonder if they all taste different because it's a mystery.
I hope so. I didn't really enjoy it.
It's like sugary milk with like a dash of fruit. I don't know.
It's like, it's kind of like that milk after Fruit Loops, but it's been sitting out for a couple days. So it's kind of a little stale. Enjoy. Go ahead and swallow that down.
Swallow it like a pill. I'm glad I didn't take as big of a piece. Oh, you didn't eat the whole thing.
No, I left that right over there. Zagnut. Okay, so a Zagnut is...
maybe this will be better.
This is going to be amazing.
I'm so excited. What is it?
You should be. It's crunchy peanut butter toasted coconut. You know what else was toasted peanut butter coconut?
The one with the marshmallow in it. Oh, wait, no.
No.
What?
The Chica Stick. And that was delicious.
That wasn't coconut. That was like the Butterfinger filling.
Yeah, it was peanut butter coconut.
That's coconut?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
I am too.
I didn't realize it was coconut.
Oh yeah. So this is essentially This is essentially a square Chico stick.
It's like a cookie. Cute. Oh.
Ooh, it's layered.
Look at that.
It's more like a Butterfinger.
See that? Y'all see that? Interesting.
It smells amazing.
It's like peanut butter.
Yeah, it's good.
Crunchy.
I like it.
We're making a mess.
I know.
I just ate my whole piece. What are you doing?
Mine broke up. It was twice as big as yours.
So, you can do it. I believe in you.
Zagnut. Crunchy peanut butter toasted coconut. Delicious.
Man.
Recommend if you like peanuts and coconut.
If you like Butterfinger, but just without the chocolate. That's essentially this.
Yeah, real similar. All right, Zagnut. That's good. What else we got? Man, you're making a mess over here. What's going on?
It.
What's this Jimmy Sticks you want
I'm
to try?
excited about this because it makes me think of those Take 5, which I think are now Reese's Take 5, where it's pretzel and peanut butter and caramel and chocolate. Those are so good. And I think this is really similar to that. I don't know if there's any caramel in it.
It's made by Boyer. It's milk chocolate and peanut butter covered pretzel sticks.
I love pretzels. They're my favorite snack, so that's probably why I like this.
So you're kind of boring. Pretzels are boring.
Pretzels can go with lots of things.
True. It can.
Yeah.
It can go with chocolate and peanut butter.
But pretzels are yummy. I like them. It's a good snack. But I'm excited. What do you give me? I don't want to eat this whole thing.
Well, I am. I'll tell you how it is. I mean, it can't be bad, right?
Huge pretzel.
It's a big pretzel. Something's amiss. I get the pretzel.
It's like
I get the peanut butter.
the chocolate's not chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's like is there like coffee in it, maybe?
I don't know. But it's definitely, that's the miss. It's the chocolate.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the Take 5 bars are by far better. And this is melting in my hand. I'm going to do some of that, actually. I don't know why I did that, because the chocolate was gross.
Yeah, if you like chocolate-covered pretzels, just go with chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yeah, this chocolate's weird.
It's kind of odd. It's not right.
It doesn't taste... It's like imitation chocolate.
You got one other one here. Oh, no, we still got our baby bottles. Crispy Creamy chocolate bar.
Yeah.
What is crispy? How is it crispy and creamy? Oh,
I'm not super excited about this one because it's hazelnut. But
hazelnut.
Yeah,
Where
it's
do you see
hazelnut
that?
inside. It's like a hazelnut cream filling.
Oh, you see it by the big hazelnut there on the package itself.
Yeah.
Probably.
Visual learner. Even
Yeah.
though I'm sure it says hazelnut on it on the side here.
No, what it says is it's a crispy wafer with creamy nut filling. That does not sound attractive.
Man. Well, we'll find out.
In milk chocolate.
We know it's good because it's called Bueno.
Bueno, that's right.
Kinder Bueno. All right. And I've seen commercials for this, so
I'll try a little bit of my nut filling. See if you like
I'm
that.
gonna pass.
Look at
I
that.
don't-
Individually wrapped.
Cute.
Perfect.
Oh,
Pop it open.
individually wrapped, but we'll share.
Yeah, we're sharing. Do you want the whole thing?
No, I don't like hazelnut.
Well,
There
you're
you
weird.
go.
I'll take
Just
it.
break off a chunk of that. Oh,
I will. I
2
got a
pieces for
double
you.
Oh, it's kind of... I don't know what that is. Looks interesting.
It's like a wafer. It's like a Kit Kat wafer. That's what it looks like. You know, it's. Is it bad? I'm scared now.
No.
Is it amazing?
No.
Okay, I'll eat some.
It's... I wasn't prepared for the wafer thing
Yeah, I like
to be
Kit
all
Kat
the way
wafer.
around.
Oh yeah. This isn't bad actually. Like this. You don't like it?
No, it's good.
Oh,
I'm just there used to be another candy that my mom used to get that was like wafer like that. Didn't have the chocolate on the outside. But it was wafered like that with some sort of creamy center.
Oh, yeah. Those are just wafer cookies.
Those were.
Yeah. You can still get those in the store.
Oh.
They have dulce de leche ones that are really good.
Interesting. All right. Mm-hmm. So, out of what we've got, I like the Zagnut. The Buenos are okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Abba Zabba's
It's not super strong.
Pass. Jimmy Sticks.
I would say pass.
Pass. It leaves us with...
Especially because there's more, quality pretzel snacks out there.
That's right. Just what do you call it? Just dips or whatever. Flips?
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Those are good. So.
Are you ready for this?
I gotta get rid
Taste
of
of strawberry.
Fruity.
Chemical, maybe? I don't know.
So this
it's essentially a Fun Dip, but instead of the Fun Dip sugar stick, it's a lollipop.
So so this is like a sucker. Mm-hmm.
Strawberry.
Tasty.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Then you dip it in the powder. Oh, delicious. This was the candy of choice when I was a kid. We'd always get Baby Bottle Pops.
Really?
Yes. And for a child, having
pure sugar.
Pack of pure sugar was phenomenal. Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't had the little Nerds candy with it, but
oh, interesting. So,
you like it?
Did you eat a lot of powdered sugar as a kid, or?
In the form of Baby Bottle Pop and Pixie Sticks, you betcha.
So,
it's yummy. It's Fun Dip.
No, it tastes good.
But it's Fun Dip that you can close and come back to later.
That's handy.
Yes, it is.
And I'm gonna open the bottom.
I know. I'm not. I know I like Nerds, but I'm not gonna. Ooh, that looks
that does not
sickening.
You should go.
It looks like a virus.
You should go to the doctor if you
looks
see
like
something
a virus.
like this.
I'm gonna get this on.
Well, like little nerds.
Well, I'm not good at apparently closing things. Oh nope, there we go.
Opening, closing things is difficult for you.
Apparently, it is
All
today.
Right. Well, that was interesting.
All right, y'all.
So I'll save this for later. I will finish that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's good.
It was tasty enough. Wasn't repulsive.
It was, it was real, got a good flavor.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm. Sugar's always good.
All right, well, maybe when you go out trick-or-treating, you'll get a Zagnut. Unlikely.
Unlikely. Full bars.
Full.
No.
Fun size. What the?
Yeah, good luck.
I've never understood fun size. What the hell is fun about a quarter of a candy bar?
Fun is saving money, I guess.
It's terrible. Fun size is the king size.
But maybe it's fun because you could have, one of, a different flavor, and then you got, your one candy bar, but you get to have multiple things. That's fun. You get to have them all.
I still have them all. Anyway, you don't get to be a professional candy connoisseur like I am without sampling all of it.
Well, with the amount of
In
2
full
episodes
amounts.
span that this has gone.
Yeah, we're still eating
we
candy.
still have candy left, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll bring back candy at some point. You know what else we got? We have weird sodas to try.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little worried about it because one of them is a buffalo wing soda.
You're worried about that one?
Well,
I'm worried about the ranch.
The ranch dressing soda.
The ranch dressing soda.
That does sound awful.
It sounds like vomit in a bottle. It's not going to be great.
Doesn't sound good.
I mean, maybe if there was a pizza soda, you could somehow kind of, put those together.
Who puts ranch on their pizza? That's gross.
I don't. But sometimes I'll dip the crust in spicy ranch. At Boss's. Only the Boss's spicy ranch. Or whatever they call it. Red River. So good. Have you not had it?
No.
Oh my gosh. Red River Ranch at Boss's. You're going to have to get it.
Okay.
All y'all got to get it.
Well, they probably don't know what Boss's is.
Boss's Pizza.
It's a pizza place. So if you're anywhere
locally
near Dallas, Fort Worth, maybe you'll find a Boss's. It's delicious. It's really good. Okay, so that concludes candy.
Candy, yes.
Weird. What's the funniest costume you've ever seen?
The funniest costume I've ever seen? Man, I really like the ones that make it seem like a little jockey and he's, on a little horse, or the people that look like they're being abducted by aliens, or those are so funny to me. I love those.
Those are pretty funny. I like the clever thought-invoking ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like one time there was a guy showed up and he was a salt shaker. And he was carrying around a knife. Because he was assault with a deadly knife. Assault with a deadly weapon.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you had to think about it. You're like, oh, I get it.
I get it.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Creative. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about paranormal.
Paranormal.
What do you know about paranormal? Hey, first of all, thanks for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. So that way you get notified of every time we release something silly. And tell us what your favorite Halloween costume was.
For sure.
And what your favorite candy is. Mm-hmm. And what your favorite memory of Halloween is.
We just want to get to know you. That's all it is. We want to know you. Whoever you are.
We'd just like a comment. Would be great.
Yes, please.
we want to feel love.
Tell us we look good. Anything. Please, praise us.
Anything. Just, you don't have to praise us. We look ridiculous. Just comment. Doesn't matter.
We need attention. Please.
We just want to know that somebody saw this.
Yes.
Otherwise,
for all y'all out there.
I mean, I enjoy doing it. I would do this even if we didn't have an audience. I'm lying. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, so I don't have any paranormal experience. So this is where I turn it over to Rachel, who's going to share her multitude of experiences.
Yeah, I got a few. Okay.
Tell me one that. Let's start with.
Okay, well, let's start with this. Am I 100% believing in ghosts and stuff like that? I mean, I don't know. But I feel like there's a lot of things in this world that is unexplained. And I feel like this could be one of those things, because I've definitely had a few experiences that were unexplained and I had to sleep with the light on afterwards. So yeah, it was a little creepy, but I've had a few. So one time, the main thing, not at band camp, because I wasn't in band. And nor am I, what's her name? Allison Hannigan? Is that her name? I'm not her either. But anyway, so this is the most notable experience that I've had that scared the daylights out of me. So I was laying in bed. Okay. I was about to go to sleep. I had my little bedside light on and I was just snuggling on in. And I was just laying there thinking about the day, whatever. And I wasn't moving because I was, trying to get where I needed to be. And then all of a sudden, at the edge of my bed at the end, it dips in. It creaks and dips in like somebody just sat on the edge of my bed. And it wasn't me moving my feet and the covers got all wonky. Like my bed creaked and there was a distinct print in that bed. And I was just, okay, I'm going to turn my TV on and pretend that didn't happen.
So,
because it was scary.
So you're telling me
I wasn't asleep. I was awake and I was like, oh, this thing's happened and this is great. Like 23, 22. I wasn't a kid. This was an adult, a grown person.
What had you been doing up to that point?
Watching TV.
What time was this?
I don't know. Nighttime? I don't know, probably midnight. I was watching TV and then I was like, all right, time to go to bed. TV off, la-di-da. And then that happened. I was like, TV back on, and I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. Because it was so scary.
Had you been drinking anything?
No, I hadn't. Completely sober.
Had you been eating any of your special Halloween candy?
No, none of that.
Huh. Wow. All right. Well, that would freak me out, I guess.
Yes.
Well, it's weird because it's not like the house you're in, you're the first people who live there. Mm-hmm. So it's not like anybody else lived there prior to you.
Nobody died there. Died. It's not an Indian burial ground or anything like that. Well, I mean, unlikely. Okay. So I really think that, as strange as it is, I went shopping and I got this piece of used furniture. Okay, and it wasn't like a creepy antique thing. I didn't buy, a possessed doll or anything ridiculous. It was just an entertainment center that looked like, it came out in the 90s. No big deal. It was really huge, though. It was gigantic. And after I got that, weird stuff started happening around the house. Like that happened and some other stuff. And then, I never put two and two together. But then my voice, my bad.
She's still scares her.
It does.
Voice is trembling.
But I never put two and two together until later. So I got rid of the entertainment center. I mean, I got it for like $10 and I had it for several years. It had a long life. So I put that out on the curb and, we got rid of it. And then...
So somebody else is being haunted by it.
Probably. You're so right.
Did you put haunted on it whenever you put it out there?
How, like, if hauntings was a legit thing and things were tied to objects, like 100% irrefutable, could you imagine all the stuff in the dump? Like, the dump is probably so haunted with all kinds of crazy things. Anyway. So after we got rid of that, I didn't really have anything happen around the house. Like, there wasn't any weird feelings or, your goosebumps or any feelings that you're being watched after I gave that away. And then I was like, man, maybe that was the issue. Maybe whatever was going on was tied to that piece of furniture.
Could be.
It's strange. But like I said, I mean, there's a lot of unexplained phenomenon around the world, and maybe this falls into that because there was that incident where you sat down, and then there was another incident. This girl came over to my house, and we were just hanging out, whatever. And we go upstairs, and she tells me, she was like, I feel like someone's putting their hand on my back and pushing me up the stairs. And she was like, it was the craziest thing. I felt someone's hand pushing me up the stairs. And she said that from that, it led her to believe that it wasn't like, pushing her like I hate you. It was a you better hurry up type of thing, like something worse is coming. And she got the feeling that she needed to be rushed to my room because something else could be there, which is really crazy.
That's creepy, I guess.
It is creepy because, but that and then some other instances lead me to believe that maybe it was like two separate things that were tied to this one thing, and one of them was a lot meaner than the other, maybe. What kind of thing just sits on the edge of your bed like, all right, let's have a discussion? What is this? What is that?
Standing.
That's so weird. You're tired of standing, you're ethereal.
They can only stand behind the drapes for so long.
But it was crazy stuff like that. And then, I would be in the house alone, and I would hear, alone, I swear, I would hear the cabinets opening and slamming shut downstairs in the kitchen, and just stuff like that would happen. One time, the little fixture, the light fixture, the little globe stuff over it just fell down and shattered. And I mean, it's not like it was loose. It's not like we changed the bulb recently. I mean, probably changed the bulb like 3 years before. It's not like the house is shook and the screw came undone. I mean, there was no way for that to just fall randomly, and it just shattered, like just fell on the ground and shattered out of nowhere. Really strange. Just creepy things like that. Just feeling like something's following you and just
this hasn't
watching you
since you got rid of that piece.
Right.
Okay, good.
Not
going back over to your house.
But crazy stuff like that. Just, and a lot of little things. Like I said, you just feel like you're being watched. Feel like something's just like brushing across you. And Fred, my dog, would just sit up. And especially when my door was open. When my door was closed, he didn't really do it so much because I didn't have this piece of furniture in my room. So I think whatever it was kind of tied where that thing was. But when my door was open, he would just look and stare into the abyss. And it was the weirdest. He doesn't do that now. And he never did that before I got that furniture either.
Well, cats do that all the time.
But he's not a cat.
Oh.
He's a dog.
Lucy will do it. Lucy barks at things all the time.
Yeah, but Fred doesn't. He's not like that. That's completely out of his personality to just like up and stare at something. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
it was so creepy. And every time he'd do that, I'd go close the door because it would just, weird me out all the time. All the time.
I can't. I don't think I've really had anything personally happen to me. I did have a buddy that told me a story once.
Okay.
About his house. They used to have this ship that was made out of shells. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess they bought it on one of their vacations, Galveston. It's like one of those little trinket things you would get, as a souvenir. And it had fallen and broken into a bunch of different pieces, right? All these shells. Okay. And they just took it and put it in a little box and put it up in the top of the closet.
Okay.
And so several years go by, and they're cleaning out, because they're going to add on an addition to the room, and they're cleaning out the closet, and they pull this box down, and they open it up, and that ship is in there fully assembled.
Stop.
Yeah, completely back together.
Who did? Did somebody go in there and do it? Like,
I don't know. I mean, you think about
that.
But
that's a lot of pieces.
That's a lot of pieces, and the payoff, who knows when you're going to pay. If you were the hoaxing, what's the payoff? You don't know. It's going to be how long till somebody says to do something.
And I'm sure it being so many pieces, it would have taken somebody a long time to make it. And who's sitting in that house making it and not being noticed?
I don't know.
That's so weird. That is weird. Man. I heard a story from this girl I went to high school with. She told me she had a poltergeist in her house. And I was like, I don't know. But she was like, no, seriously.
In the television?
No. Oh. But she 100% believed it. She said that she would be at home just sitting watching TV, and the cabinets would open, and then like all her dishes would be thrown out and like shattered on the ground and stuff like that.
Man, that just upset me.
That's so right? Like, you think you're paying bills here to be breaking stuff? Who
are you thinking you can do this?
Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff like that. I mean, I don't know.
I'd be moving.
Ugh. And I have one more story.
Okay.
That was very creepy. Me and a friend went over to another friend's house, and we were just hanging out. We were in the backyard hanging out, and then we came inside, and we look out the back windows. There's no like blinds or drapes or anything like that, because there's no back neighbors there, you can't see. So it's just open. So we look back there, and they have security lights, and it's lit up almost the entire backyard except way by the trees.
Okay.
And in the security lights, there is this shadowy figure just standing straight in the beam of light. It's not, oh, we just saw this guy in the shadows, or, oh, it's a dude out there, because it wasn't a solid figure. You could still kind of see through it, but it was there. And it straight up in the light. Light is around it, and he's chilling. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, I got goosebumps right now.
You left, right?
Yeah, we did. We probably stayed maybe 5-10 minutes more. But then he proceeded to tell us that he was like, yeah, weird stuff has been happening lately, and this. So I went to San Antonio or whatever it was, and then he was like, and then when I came back, I just felt really weird, like something was following me, like something followed me back from San Antonio. I was like, oh.
What was he doing in San Antonio?
I don't know. Maybe he just stepped into the wrong shop. I don't know, but that's so strange.
And that's why we're not friends anymore. Just kidding.
I actually haven't seen him in a long time, to be honest. But yeah, like that's so weird. Just because, I mean, people talk about things being tied to people and tied to objects and stuff. Sure. But, it's always like, that's in the movies. You never know anyone that's straight up like, oh yeah, that thing out there? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that followed me. And it's not like a guy standing out there with his hood just, about to rob. I mean, you could see through it.
That's crazy.
It was weird. It was like I don't know, like a person-sized mist that stayed there and didn't go away.
Yep.
It was weird. It was the craziest thing. I'm leaving. Goodbye. It's the craziest thing. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't. I can't. I think of things that are explainable, and I've seen video footage of things that are maybe unexplainable. I like to watch Ghost Hunters and all those, and
of course,
I don't really care for what's the one with the big buff burly dude. He's ridiculous.
No. Big burly dude.
Yeah, my wife likes to watch him. I mean,
maybe I'll like to watch him too.
Ghost Adventures.
That's Ghost Adventures. Okay.
That guy, but I watch those shows and you're like, how do they find something every time? I don't think that's.
I mean, are they finding something, or is it just like a creek and there's, oh my gosh, did you see
exactly.
that? And nobody else saw it and you didn't catch it on camera. So
did you see that orb? That orb ran across the screen. I'm like, it's dust. It's a bug.
Something.
I don't buy into orbs or that sort of stuff. That's so easy to, I mean, cameras in general. If there's a lens involved, you're going to get those things.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I wonder if, you already kind of believe it, if you're going to be more open to having those type of experiences.
Sure.
Like if
you're looking for it. It's like clouds. When you look into the sky for clouds, we associate things. Our brain is trained to associate things. Why when you look at a cloud, you think, oh, it looks like a dog. It's just a cloud.
I suppose. But I don't feel like I go out looking. I definitely, it's not like I wanted to have those experiences that terrified me.
Well, I can't see that you'd be looking for that. But I think if you are already believe...
I think there's so much stuff that's completely unexplained.
Right.
And, probably won't be explained in our lifetime. You never know. Don't
get me wrong. I'm not saying I know, there's not ghosts. I'm just saying that I think people that are really into that are more inclined to see things.
Yeah, I think so, too.
That I might look at and go, well, that's just a leaf over there doing that. You can see it.
You're more of a skeptic.
Yeah, I guess.
But, and that's cool. I don't know. I just feel like there's just so much we don't know, and I feel like I'm open to all sorts of different things.
Sure.
Within reason. Within reason. But I just mean, you never know. The whole Bigfoot thing, like a lot of people completely think that that's just, hoopla, aliens or whatever it is. But it's plausible.
Oh, it's absolutely plausible.
They're finding new species of animals and insects and, stuff all the time. So
things they thought were extinct.
Why not? There's
thousands of years ago. There's
parts of the world, the ocean and land that we haven't really, seen. So who's to say what else is out there? That what is that angelfish, the one that has the light on the end? That's a relatively new discovery. People always thought that was a joke, and then they saw them and were like, I'm going to stay out of this part of the
little light bulb on
because they're terrifying.
Yeah, they are terrifying.
But you never know. And as far as like aliens and outer space type of stuff.
Who's to
you never know.
I think you'd be crazy to think that we're the only intelligent life form in the universe.
Selfish.
Yeah.
But it's just
something out there.
I get all these news articles all the time about how they're finding, places that, could support life. So, and this is just in the vicinity that we can see. There's a vast amount of space that we don't have access to.
Right.
So you never know.
Hey, we're going to put somebody on Mars. I don't know why, but we are.
Are they allowed to come back?
I don't know.
Who do we not want?
Yeah, well, I got a list. Hang on. I keep
there you go.
Close by.
That's what you could do. You know how when Australia, became a place, they would send all their prisoners there, and that was just like a giant prison. That's what we could do.
Look at it now.
Just send them all to Mars and get them off the planet. Hey, we're coming up with options. What about y'all?
We're thinking outside the box.
Literally, outside of the planet.
Yeah,
so, thinking
outside.
far away. So,
Yeah. What do y'all think? Do y'all think ghosts are real?
I don't know. Maybe. Are you open to it?
What about poltergeists? What's the difference between a poltergeist and a ghost?
It's like a mean ghost, I think.
I don't know.
Didn't you see the movie?
Fact checkers, they'll tell us. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I'm
ghost
pretty sure
experts,
it's,
poltergeist?
It's a mean... I'm trying to think of the right word.
I don't know.
Malevolent? Is that the right word? Is that malevolent ghost?
Well, there's so many. You've got you watch these shows, they talk about there's regular ghosts, there's poltergeist, there's, demons, there's,
well, I think that type of stuff's more,
religious.
Yeah, related to that aspect. Whereas ghosts and poltergeists would be like people that have passed, I suppose. And demons and angels are a separate entity altogether.
I don't know. I just get creeped out when I watch those shows and they say, this is so-and-so, he's a demonologist. And I'm like, who wants to even do that?
Who studies that? No.
No.
I feel like, those type of horror movies just scare the daylights out of me. Because, a horror movie where there's a legit killer and, he's got a knife.
Slasher.
I mean, what's scary about that? He's a dude. You can kill him. You can, fight back. But how are you going to fight a ghost? How are you going to fight a demon? I mean, you can't call Sam and Dean for every single trouble you have with demons.
I do enjoy.
I
do enjoy the Conjuring series, though.
I guess I haven't seen that.
What?
I guess I'm going to have to watch it.
It's the whole
but I just,
Ed and Lorraine Warren. Do you know who they are?
No.
Oh.
They seem like nice people.
They are very nice little
They're
couple.
so kind.
But they are. They're well known for exorcisms and.
That's wild.
And going to find out hauntings, being called into hauntings and stuff like that. Matter of fact, the Warrens, Ed Warren had, of course, they passed away, but. They have a museum because what they do is they take the haunted items like your entertainment center is probably sitting in their basement museum.
They have that Annabelle doll, right? Which is actually a Raggedy Ann.
It's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yes.
Looks nothing like
I've heard of their museum, and I heard it's scary. And you can't, touch stuff, and you...
Do you imagine going into a room with all that stuff that has all that supposedly attached to it?
I couldn't imagine it, because I wouldn't go.
Not going in there.
I mean, it sounds cool, but I'll just watch a video.
Action. Yeah, so... Yeah, the Warrens. I'd like to go see that. I mean, I have to admit, I'd like to go in there.
You would go in?
Well, it's behind glass.
You would touch something.
I'm not touching anything.
You would.
No, nothing.
It's behind. Not everything's behind glass. What do you think it is? Just big boxes of glass, and you just walk up.
I hope they have everything behind glass.
It's not. Have you not
it.
seen what it looks like? No. It looks like an antique shop.
Ew.
Just everything sitting out and around where you feel like you'd just be walking down the aisle and your rear end would bump into something and all of a sudden you got a demon possessing you.
In my butt.
I mean, seriously,
I've been accused of that a few times. I'm like, good Lord, he's got a demon in letting you out? What's going on? He's letting the demons out. That's what I'm doing.
Well, hey, there you go. If it keeps you from being possessed, by all means.
Nah, we'll let them out. No doubt.
But yeah, it's definitely terrifying. No, thank you. You can go.
You know who else has one is the guy from the beefcake dude that my wife likes.
Beefcake dude.
Zach.
The guy from the Ghost Show?
Baggins. Zach Baggins, yeah. I think that's his name.
Frodo?
Yeah, I'm sure the kid.
Is he from the Shire?
But he has a museum like that in Vegas.
Okay.
I'd like to go to that one too.
I mean, down to go to Vegas.
Whatever. Sin City.
I just like to go for the shows.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and having fun.
And I just read that magazine for the articles.
I'm sure. But yeah, so a lot of scary stuff. It's Halloween. It's supposed to be scary.
Yeah,
right?
It's supposed to be scary.
It's supposed to be scary. It's fun scary.
I like this time of year because it gets colder, finally.
Colder? It was 90 today.
It was too hot
It was colder. I mean, the kids in their swimsuits out the pool. No big deal.
90, not bad. I'm used to 105.
Well, yesterday it was pretty nice. And the day before
yesterday was gorgeous.
It was pretty nice, yeah.
So, but yeah, I like it when it starts cooling off in the evenings. I like to put a fire out in a fire pit or something. And
you can drive around in the Jeep with the doors off.
Drive around the Jeep with the doors top off and everything. It's lovely. It's lovely.
It's lovely.
So, it's a good time.
Very nice.
So yeah, I like this time of year. Hot chocolate, fire, scary movies, curl up under a blanket. Yeah.
That sounds great.
It is great.
Sounds cozy.
So I'd like to know, we kind of know what yours is. Halloween Town, I think you love that movie.
My favorite scary movie?
Yeah.
Like a legit scary movie?
Okay, what's your favorite legit?
I like the Scream movies. And I know they're kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But I like them because it's a real killer and you can, get him. But I think those are cool, especially when they reveal who it is at the end. I'm like, it's kind of like mystery. Yeah. It's not so much like Michael Myers, you know who that is and he ain't gonna die.
They pull his hood off and they're like, would have got away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids.
But I like it. It's just, it's kind of suspenseful, but then you get some sort of closure-ish, I guess. I like those movies. Those are movies that I'll watch over and over as far as scary movies go. I mean, if it's just a Halloween type movie like Hocus Pocus, that's always good.
Never seen it.
What?
No, I never seen that.
Oh my gosh!
That's who, Bette Midler and Horseface and all those people.
Yeah,
I'm not watching that.
It is.
Anyway,
but it's so good. It's so good. It's got from NCIS the McGee. It has McGee in it.
Oh, that's right. I remember I remember.
I think he's just at the beginning.
It was a trivia game or something I was doing.
Really?
That said he was in that. And I thought, that's weird.
I know. He's like young. He's got long hair. He's at the very beginning of it. But he's a hero.
Oh.
Just like on NCIS.
Just like NCIS.
But yeah.
So, yeah. So, for mine, a scary movie, I mean, I like the Conjuring series. I like those sorts of things. But there's an old movie from 1980, and it's called The Changeling.
Okay.
And it's not the one with what's Keith Urban's wife?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. It's not that one. I don't know what that one's about, but it's not this movie.
Is it not like a remake?
I don't think so. I think it's a completely different movie.
Same title.
Same title though.
I mean, you got to run out of words at some point.
I guess. But this one had George C. Scott in it, and he loses his wife and daughter are killed in a car accident, and then he has to move on from that, and so it's about him trying to cope with that. And then he's a professor of music, so he gets an invite to go teach a class up at one of the colleges. So he goes up there and he ends up renting a historic home to live in while he teaches his class, but things aren't exactly as they seem, and strange things start happening. Is it
a psychological thriller, or is it a paranormal type of thing?
Yeah, it's it's paranormal kind of thing. But it's suspense. It's very suspenseful. It's not a slasher film. I like the suspenseful type stuff.
Yeah. Keeps you on the edge of the seat.
Yeah, that's what I like. So what about you guys? What's y'all's favorite?
Yes.
I'd like to know.
Please share.
Do you have a favorite? What's the scariest movie that you've ever seen? I've seen The Exorcist, so if that's the scariest, you got to do better.
I haven't seen The Exorcist. I haven't seen it or anything like that. I need to watch all these movies with the lights on at noon. No. Because when I was younger, when I would watch scary movies, I had to watch something funny right afterwards, so I, wasn't terrified. So I'd watch Shrek or something like that right after a scary movie. Sometimes it didn't always work, but a lot of times it did. So in the middle of the day, lights on, and then maybe I won't act like a small child.
Well, there was a movie that I would have been 18 when I watched this movie. I was home alone. It was dark.
Oh no.
And my
barely
buddy
made it out alive.
One of my good friends, Vern, that's his name. He told me about this movie. He's like, you got to watch it. He goes, but don't watch it, alone. I'm like, whatever. I'm not scared of any movies. I've seen The Exorcist, And as Beetlejuice would say, it gets funnier every time I watch it.
Okay.
Now, it was Salem's Lot, which is based on a Stephen King novel. I don't really remember much of anything about the movie. I just know that when I was done, I could not be in that house alone. And I hot-footed it down to a buddy of mine's house and hung out over there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta watch it then.
Yeah, well, I'll have to watch it again. I'm sure now it won't be as...
You say that.
I say that, but I'm not hot-footing it anywhere. I live here, and that's just how it's going to be. So, but yeah, Salem's Lot. Let us know if you've seen Salem's Lot. Did it freak you out? Freaked me out.
Sounds scary. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds scary.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you joining us. Have we covered everything?
Yeah.
Candy, paranormal, Halloween.
Yeah.
So
costumes.
So everybody have a safe Halloween. Do Halloween the way you want to do Halloween. If you're comfortable getting out, get out and do it. Wear a mask. Like I say, Surgeon is a great costume this year. If you're not, stay in. Order candy. Amazon sells it. All good. Matter of fact, they have a deal of the day.
Just leave a bowl of candy on your porch. It'll be great. You don't
just
have to
do something.
Anything.
And but be safe. Take care of yourself. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you. Do we know what we're talking about next time?
Yeah.
We do. Oh, no. I bet it has. I think I know. Okay. So next time we're going to talk about stupid stuff we did as kids.
Yes. and how we are now in comparison.
And what happened.
Exactly.
I'm just going to point out, my generation didn't have helmets. So that explains a lot.
I mean, we had helmets in mind. We didn't use them.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, well, join us for that. It'll be fun. And we'll talk to you next time. Take care.